Right, you should be able to hear me now. Sorry about that. Right, I just need to get... For some reason my PC audio is not working. Right, what do we need to do here? We need to go to audio. Set that to multi. I think that's what we need to do. Just get audio. Sorry about this, guys. I should have done this before I went live. Rookie mistake. I've been messing around with my hardware. I've gone back to my old sound card because I was running into issues. Right, you can hear that, but I can't. Apparently. Right, let's have a look here. Sorry about this. Right. Oh man, I'm gonna mess it up. What do I need to do here? Preference audio. Right, maybe I need to restart the Logic. Maybe we'll try restarting Logic. Yeah, so you can hear that, but I can't apparently. So don't save. Let's try restarting Logic. How to fix Logic 101. Saved. Hello? That's why I think. There we go, we're both good now. Sorry about that, guys. I can hear it, you can hear it, we're all alright. My mic's coming through, we're alright. It took 4 minutes, but we're okay. Yeah, so welcome to the stream, guys. Sorry if you just tuned in and saw that. I should have got that done before we went live. Let's get the chat sorted out. Oh, we've got a new chat app, have we? Oh, we have. Very good. Very, very, very good. Can I bookmark that? We'll get that on there. Nice one. That's cool. We've got a new app. So I should be able to chat here across all platforms. Is that going to come through? Oh, there we are. That's on Twitch and YouTube. Oh, very nice. Very, very, very nice. Hey, Italiano Mafioso, or however you're going to pronounce that. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Sorry if you were around while my stuff was messing up. I need to change my title. Logic Pro X. Making music live. Let's change it to that just to keep it fresh, because all my YouTube videos keep getting named the same. Right, so we've got his title sorted out. I've got chat up and running. Alright. Very good, very good, very good. If I change that, does that change? No, it doesn't. Thank you very much for the follow. It's very much appreciated, dude. Thank you very much. Right, so let's listen to what we were doing last time. If anybody joined us last time on the stream, we were working on the same track. It's kind of chill step track, which I've not worked on much before. I've done a couple of tracks, but nothing major. So I'll take a listen to that now for anybody who hasn't listened or heard this track. You'll get to hear it here. Right, so we've got kind of the makings of a decent track here. What we need to start doing is working on the structure of the track. So we've kind of got an intro sorted out, breakdown, and then the drop, which is sounding awesome, and then into kind of a bridge into the second breakdown maybe. So we need to try and get that set out today. What time are we on here? So we're on 1 minute 36 there, what we've got so far, so we kind of need to double that, or around double that, for a full length track. We also need to find some vocals, which I'm going to struggle with and end up getting frustrated because I can't find any decent vocals. So there's that. If anybody knows any vocals that would go well with this, please get in touch, because I'm begging for vocalists all the time. It's getting harder and harder to find original samples out there that haven't been used and rinsed. Nice job, man. Thank you very much for the feedback. Do you give feedback? I do, but I have to be very careful because I've received a lot of emails from YouTube and stuff from getting copyright strikes from people's music, so I have to be careful. So it depends on what kind of track you're wanting to send me. But I'll take a listen, but I might have to mute the audio from my stream. But feel free to send me anything. I think that's all caught up on chat. Right, so a couple of things I heard there what I want to change while we were listening. The piano needs to be a bit louder, I think, in this bit. Take a listen. Nice, man. I like it. It's very cool. Really crying out for some vocals there. So try and get some vocals for that if you can. Someone just, you know, spitting over top of that would be awesome. I feel like the bass is a bit too high as opposed to your kick. So I feel like your kick's kind of stuck underneath your bass. Now, I don't know if you're sidechaining in there. It's not really my genre of music, so I can't really talk too much about how the sidechaining works on a beat like that or whatever. But with EDM and, you know, chill step and stuff like that, you have to kind of sidechain your synths and stuff against your kick and especially your bass just to give each other room to breathe. So with how that is currently, I feel like your bass is too loud. Maybe compress that a little bit, and as you're compressing that, maybe sidechain it against your kick, just so you can hear both. You should be able to hear both the two major parts, especially in kind of like, I don't know if you'd call that hip hop or whatever. But the bass and the kick really need to feel it. Now the bass you can feel it, and I feel like if you were stood next to a speaker, you'd be able to feel that bass, which is awesome. But I feel like it's just a bit too loud, and I don't mean loud as in its loudness, but I mean in terms of the mix. So it's sitting right up here while the rest of the track's kind of here. So you need to either bring that down or, like I say, just give room for your kick a little bit. Hopefully that's a good enough feedback for you. Thank you for sending me that in. Right, where's that pluck? Is that that? So that's just his little there. Thinking it needs a little sprinkle on there somewhere, just like a little, like maybe a harp, just a brrrring, just behind it, just subtle, or some like bells or something, just a little sprinkle on top of that. So that's what I'll try and find. I don't know how to describe what I'm looking for, but let's see if Serum has anything. Oh, it's actually called Harp Choir, that anyway. Coda. What do we want? What am I looking for? Like a bell, maybe? I've just seen bell somewhere. Where did I see that? Bell piano. So we need to get rid of these high notes here. Low notes, sorry. Maybe bring it up an octave. Maybe just lower the volume of that a little bit. It's not what I'm looking for. Sounds okay, but it's not what I'm looking for. Do 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 do. Ding ding ding. What am I looking for? That's nice. And then maybe filter that piano. We'll whack a filter on this piano and kind of bring it in gradually. So we'll change that to latch. Now, does this sound a bit too fantasy-y? That's the question. that shouldn't have left there. Now was it better before or after? See, my computer just starts chugging along now whenever I'm streaming, and I've got a lot of, I think it's Serum that's doing it, a lot of instances of Serum. I think that's when it starts struggling. I'm not really sure if there's anything else I can do to kind of stop that from happening. We'll try that. See, you get more latency the more you increase the buffer size. But that only really affects you when you when you're recording live, which I don't tend to do very often, so I'm not really fussed. Sounding good. So what I'm adjusting there is the Endless Smile, which is this plugin. Used correctly, it's a really good way to build up your drop. It's very easy to overdo though, so be careful if you do use this plugin, because it's like going forward, if I heard this plugin on a track, I would know, probably. So you've got to be very careful not to overdo it. It's got a very unique like cone sound to it. You can also reduce the CPU usage of Serum in its preferences by lowering the quality. Right, I did not know this. So if I do that, is that going to affect the output quality when I bounce this track out, or will that use full quality? I don't really want to do anything that's going to affect the output. And where would I find that setting? Why did that not come up on here? Has this crashed? I don't know if that crashed then, but I can't see that on my chat over here. I've only seen that on this stream over here. So where would I do that? Ah, global. Quality. Ah, is this quality here? Quality sets the oversampling amount for the synthesis engine. More quality equals more. 204 is a recommend set. One is only recommended for draft situations or heavy unison polyphony. Right. So my understanding of that would be it would use that across the board, even for output when you render the track later on, which I wouldn't want to do because I would forget. We'll see how we go. I'll keep that in mind though. Thank you for that, man. You need to reset the preferences before you bounce. Yeah, so it's kind of... I'm not sure about that. Because I'll forget. And then it'll bother me if I finish the track and go back and realise later on after finishing the track. That will bother me a lot. So I'd rather not do that. I'll keep it in mind if we keep having performance issues. But sometimes you don't hear the difference. Yeah, I would imagine it's on a sound-to-sound basis. I think I shouldn't be running into these performance issues because I've got like an i7 which is overclocked to like 4 GHz, so I shouldn't have this issue. I think what the issue is because this isn't actually a Mac, this is a PC with OS X running on it, and I've had to mess about a lot to get this to work, and I feel like that's probably the reason why my performance isn't as good as it should be. What I'm going to try and do is update everything at some point, but it's a massive task and I can't be asked, basically. But one day I will. I'll go back and try and redo everything and see what happens. Felix, what's your take on this? I've just added this bell here, this little... Now, what do you think? Should I keep that, or should I keep the original? I don't know if you were here while I was playing it a moment ago with just the piano, but then I've just put this piano in as well. What's that? So this is how it sounded before. This was just the piano. So that's the piano, and then I'm still going to keep the piano on, but then that will be the bell also on top. But some body frequencies are missing, I guess. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the frequencies that make up the kind of depth from that piano will still be there because I'm just kind of filtering down. As you can see, I've put a filter on that piano, so even if I keep the bell, a lot of that will be still there, which is the low end of the piano, and then that'll rise with everything else. So what you're getting without everything else is this. So you think we should keep the bell? Do you think it sounds okay with the bell? And just filter out the piano? Is that what we're saying? Maybe some echoes on the bell, like a delay on that bell? Is that what you mean? Sounds good with the bell, okay. So that's with a delay on it. Let's listen to it with the echo. So what we're thinking about that drop then, is that drop hitting hard enough, do you feel, or can anything be added to that, do you think? What I'm going to do is whack a limiter on that snare, just so we can have perceived loudness up a bit without distorting the sound. Maybe that's too loud, that's probably why I had it down a little bit. Yeah, so that's the reason that was set a bit low. Actually like the glitches and wobs hidden in the drop. Yeah, that's something I did on the last stream, if you weren't around for that. Yeah, I felt like it needed something a little bit extra. I feel like they sit in the mix kind of well, how we've got them there. Just these two, which I'm guessing you mean. Let's listen. Those. And then just to separate the second part of that drop, we have like a kind of rising woof bit there, just to add a bit of excitement. I don't feel like you hear that enough though. I kind of want to make that stand out a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know. And then we've done quite a lot of automation on this bit here, just to make sure it's kind of just coming in and out. It's not kind of, it's just flowing rather than just there. Should we bring the bell back in there, do you think, just to kind of get to come back there? Or without? Or without? Right, now we need to start working on like a kind of second breakdown, which is always the difficult part because you kind of need to make it outdo your first one. But the reason the first one is good because you worked on it so much in the first place. So this is always a difficult part. Right. We need some vocals. That's what it's crying out for. It's just vocals. Listen to these.
You're not frightened to tread heavy on a
40.
Freevocals.com. Stories were told to me about you, but I just had to find out.
Oh, so I think these are free. You can use the feed down the version and upload your own remix for non-promoted and send in direct cause. You should commercial releasing your own remix. Not rarely free. It must be licensed from vocals that have commercial use, such as starts like you must not feature our artist name in your track title or description. We will only incur feature requests on certain commercial releases. Must credit in the description. Right, so these guys have it kinda tied up with what you can and cannot use. So this is always the hard part. Once you get some good vocals that are not really well known, then you're away with your track, but it's just hard finding them. No. We need acapellas, boys, acapellas. Tempo 140 to 140, and we're in B minor, so find me some acapellas, baby.
Splash.
No. God, I hate captures. Click on the street signs. That's probably my wrong password as well. Yeah. Why is it showing my password wrong on there? Let's have a look. That trap vocals. Like I say, I'm just trying to search for anything really that'll do. It doesn't really matter what genre, as long as it fits with the what we're doing. How do I search on here? Searching new password. There we go. We've found my password. I need to change that though because I can't remember that all the time. Tick the street signs. There we go. We're in. 140 to 140 and the key of B minor. I think we're in B minor anyway, looking back through my settings. Was it this one? It's kind of auto-tuned, which I like stay away from, but it might go. Let's listen to this. Where do we start? boost that so we can hear it. Nope, that doesn't go. Nope. Nope.
Up from another sleep before I fell down in my
Nope.
dream.
Nope. Same guy. That doesn't sound very good. Nah, we're not gonna find shit. Alright, so it looks like this chat doesn't work that well because I keep having to refresh it. So if I've missed any of what you're saying, I'm sorry. I'll just use my old one for now. Right.
We gotta blaze this one up.
Nope.
Holy crap, here comes the this.
Nope. Up and down. That could work if I can get it to pitch correctly because it's in the wrong key. Up and down, up and down. It's going to be too loud now. What we want is a... We need some sort of pitch correction on there. I think I've got something. Nectar. I think Nectar will do for now. Like I say, I'm not 100% sure if we're in the right key there with B minor, but let's see. This could work. This could work. It's going to need some work, but boom, up and down. So we need to sort the timing out a little bit. Indeed. I'm not sure. not sure. I'm still very humming. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Saturn, just to give it a bit of saturation. We'll put a basic saturator on there, just to give it a bit of that. Like I say, it needs a lot of work, but it might be thingy. Dude, those vocals are really crap.
And if I told you not.
Nope. I am pretty shit with vocals, to be fair.
I'm racing at speed. I'm racing at speed.
He's always high as fuck when he does his vocals, that guy. By the sounds of it, anyway.
I'm racing at speed.
I've used that guy's vocals before. If you look on my YouTube, there's a track called She, I think I did with that guy. It's called Nuisance if you want to check him out. But yeah, he always sounds high as fuck when he's
I'm racing at speed.
I thought you were everything I needed. I've been awake for 3 days.
It's very Drakey.
This coffee ain't working like it used to.
I'm not sure what key that's in, it doesn't say.
I'm getting pretty tired of these replays.
Let's listen. I very much doubt that's going to fit, but we'll listen anyway.
I wanna be a machine.
Nope.
You're just a skeleton of who I used to know.
Nope.
You're a butterfly.
Nope.
Come on now. Yeah. Come on now. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
What the hell's this?
First I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never...
No. No, 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 no.
I've been awake for 3 days. This coffee ain't working like it used to. I'm getting pretty tired of these replays. I guess that I ain't feeling like I used to. And now I paid attention and I paid it forward. I don't pay these haters no mind.
You can hear the auto-tune having to work a lot there.
But somehow my bills are overdue. Yeah. And I've been out touring, swerving this foreign liquor imported. I hate up the club and treating your boy like...
No.
You only know about the things you...
Myself in the dark again, and I don't know how to get out.
Well, I like those vocals. I'm not sure it's what I want for this.
Myself in the dark again. It's time I yell for help. And if they don't come to save me,
I like that.
see myself in the dark again, and I don't know how to get out. myself in the dark again. It's time I yell for help. See myself in the dark again. I don't know how to get out. See myself in the dark again. It's time I yell for help. If they don't come.
No. But I really do like those.
See myself in the dark again, and I don't know how to get out. I see myself in the dark again. It's time I yell for help. And if they don't, see myself in the dark again, and I don't know how to get out. I see myself in the dark again. It's time I yell for help. And if they don't come to save me, I see myself in the dark again, and I don't know how to get out. I see myself in the dark again. It's time I yell for help. And if they don't,
I think we need a female, don't we? We need a female kind of Porter Robinson language vocal. That's what we need. We're not going to find it on websites and shit. It's crap. I hate it. It's what really holds me back. Maybe vocode those vocals. Let's see what we can do. I think I've got something for vocode in here. What have I got? Vocal synth. Let's get rid of the Neptune. We'll whack that up there first. Like I say, I need to figure out what. I need to sort the timing out as well, because the timing's out a little bit. And I don't know. Fab Phil at L. Where are you, my baby?
I don't know how to get out. See myself in the dark again. I don't know how to get out.
Let's see if we've got any decent decent presets here.
See myself in the dark again.
Nope. I think what we'd have to do if we were to keep that is get rid of that on there.
I see myself in the dark again, and I don't know how to get out. I see myself in the dark again. And if they don't want to save me, I'm not gonna show. And if they don't want to save me, I'm not gonna see myself in the dark again. to get out. You don't have to say see myself in the dark again, and I don't know how to get out. See myself somebody else out. To save me, I'm a last show. Maybe they don't come to save me. I'm like pass up. I see myself in the dark again.
That's kind of Daft Punky right there.
See myself in the dark again. I don't know how to get out. I see myself in the dark again. Somebody else walk out. I see myself.
Boom. I see myself in the end again. Boom. So we need to get the timing right, don't we? I see myself.
I see myself in the dark again. I see myself. I see myself. I see myself in the dark again. I don't know how to get out. I see myself in the dark again. Somebody else walk out. Maybe they don't come to see.
That sounds pants.
See myself in the dark again. See myself in the dark again. I don't know how to get out. See myself in the dark again. Somebody else walk out. If they don't come to save me, I'm my last show. And if they don't come to save me, I might pass. See myself in the dark. And if they don't come to save me, I'm my last show. And if they don't come to save me, I'm my last
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to leave the vocals.
If they don't come to save me, I'm my last show. And if they don't come to save me, I'm my last show.
I think it's ruining the vibe which we're going for here.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance, but build a wall.
Let's try that for the giggles. It's going to be way out of key. See, we need someone to sing vocals for me specifically for this song. That's what I need to find. I need to find someone local who'll do it.
We love it all, the rise and fall.
A little bit too fast. Should be easy enough to correct that. It's not much out of time. It's 5 BPM by the sounds of it. Well, It tells me here that it's 145 BPM and our project's 140, so it's not far off. It's just a bit too fast. Let's just save this before we crash something.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution, we crave the
Yeah, I like that. That sounds like it fits well. We just have to get the... We're going to have to cut it up. What I like to do as well is make a duplicate, so we'll get rid of all these extras. And we're going to cut that up to try and make it fit a bit better. And we've always got a duplicate there to get back to. So, is the starting point right?
We love it.
Boom. We love it all.
We love it all. We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution, we crave the chance.
Like I say, it's just a bit fast.
We love it all, the rise and fall.
Make a few duplicates just to work on this, and then we can bring it all onto the same track once we've got it all cut up.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance to build a wall and call it evolution. Buildings in the sky.
How cute it's so Rise and Fall is on bar 19.
We love it all, the rise and fall.
What, so you mean like there? Like I say, it is running a little bit fast, so that's something we're going to have to correct. Like this? Is that what you mean?
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution.
Sounds good, man.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance to build a wall and call it
evolution. Boom, 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 boom. I think this is the one that we're going to stick with. Is it this one? Yeah.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance. We love it all, the rise and fall. We love it.
I feel like that's in the right spot, but the rest, the beginning bit isn't now.
We love it. We love it all, the rise and fall. We love it all. We love it all. We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance to build a wall and call it evolution. Buildings in. We love.
So we'll put it back there, kinda stretch it out. Fall is sitting right and beginning also, I think.
We love it all, the rise and fall. We love it all, the rise and fall, the institute. We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution.
There, I think that fits alright, I think. Do you agree?
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the change. We love it.
I'll stretch out a little bit.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the change.
I feel like that needs to be a bit over here now.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance to build a wall. You call it evolution.
I'm liking this, man. I'm liking it. Right, let's work on these bits for a little bit.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the change.
Does that need to be further away or
We
closer?
love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the change.
No, I think it needs to be the other way slightly.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance.
It's a bit better.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance to build a wall. You call it evolution.
That needs a bit stretching out now a little as well. It's getting there. We found it. I think we found his vocal. Woo!
We crave the chance to build a wall. You call it evolution. You call it evolution.
I think that could probably be a bit more stretched.
You call it evolution.
Probably not that much. About there.
We crave the chance to build a wall. You call it evolution.
Yeah, boy! Here we go! This is where you start getting that... what do you call it? Hair standing up on your neck kind of feeling. When you're like, oh yes, this is gonna be the shit.
We love it all, the rise and fall.
Right, let's see if it kind of... make sure it doesn't sound jarring coming in after the... Also, what I'll do while we're here as well is kind of make a long lead up to the vocals. That'll help with the... bringing it in not so suddenly. We need a massive reverb. Large spaces. There we go, that might do. That's kind of a long tail. So we'll bounce that in place. And then we need to reverse that. Like that, and bring that in there, I think. Is that it? Get rid of that, we don't need that.
We love it. We love it all.
There we go. Let's see how that sounds. So we've done that work now. Just, I know we were kind of making sure it sounded alright with the rest of the mix, but that's done.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance to build a wall. You call it evolution. Temperatures are built so high, like you just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. Trains
So that's a kind of might be a second verse down there. So we need to do what we've done for the rest of it for this bit now.
Call it evolution. Killings in the sky. Killings in the sky. Troops are built so high. Killings in the sky. Troops are built so high. Troops are built so high. Killings in the killings in the sky. Troops are built so high. Like you just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
Do we want it there or do we want it moved over a little bit?
Call it evolution.
Maybe build up the drop with chops of Lucian. So evolution, Lucian, like that kind of thing, you mean?
Call it evolution.
I feel like we'd have to change the drop a little bit for that. We'd need a snare build up. We need a and maybe a pitch build up as well. We'd need that if we were going to go down that route, which would completely change the build up to the drop. Is that a road we want to go down? I don't want to change it up too much, that's all, do you know what I mean? Because I feel like we're in a good spot track-wise without the vocals.
We crave the chance to build a wall. Call it evolution.
I mean, I can try it with a sample, just from Vengeance, and see where we get. I've got a lot of thing. I think I'm already doing this at some point. Something like that, but turned right down. Lucian. I think that's what you mean.
Call it evolution.
Just get that out of the way for a minute. Lucian, and kind of pitch up like that. Not that much yet. That's where we want to end up. Is that what you kind of mean?
Brave the chance to build a wall. Call it evolution.
And what we'd have to do is kind of drop these off like that. We could do this with a delay, but
Call it evolution.
we called it, yeah, but with more decent snare build up, yeah. I was just getting that just so I could get the timing right. That'll be a good effect. See, these are all made for, it's not made for dubstep really, so.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance to build a wall. You call it evolution.
Snares off there, isn't it? That's why that sounds a bit skew with. That snare doesn't fit. Like I say, I don't think I've got any samples for a decent snare build-up. That's that. So we need a little bit of delay here on this bit. We need to kind of make sure you can't hear the. So what we're thinking, does that sound alright for a build-up? I feel like we might be able to do better. We're EQing that on the old vocals, so we need to go back and do that later on, but we'll come back to that in a bit.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance to build a wall and call it evolution.
I feel like it's too rushed. It's rushing into the solution. Maybe if there was a bit more vocal or a bit of a lead up more to that, maybe we could extend this build up a little bit by doubling the size. I just feel like it's too rushed. The vocals sound okay coming in here, but it's getting to this solution a bit too quick, I feel like.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance to build a wall and call it evolution. And call it evolution.
See, I'm going to just try with this second verse because I felt like I was onto something there on the second verse.
We crave the chance to build a wall and call it evolution. Buildings in the sky, dreams are built so high. Buildings in the sky, dreams are built so high. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
Cut that bit out. I don't like that bit there, but I like that bit.
Run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
Yeah, you just run it into the ground.
Buildings in the sky, dreams are built so high. You just run it into the ground. Just run it. You just run it into the ground. 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 You just run it into the ground.
So which are we thinking's better? Like I say, I've not worked on this as much, but
we crave the chance to build a wall and call it evolution.
see, I like what the words are saying on this second bit of vocals here. I'm not sure about how it fits into the mix yet, but I can kind of arrange around that. But for what the feeling that is portraying is kind of going on with these other ones. Go with the second verse. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like it portrays a bit more, it tells a bit more of the story.
Call it evolution. Buildings in the sky.
The only thing is, it comes in too soon. Boom, the end.
Call it evolution. Buildings. Evolution. Buildings in.
We just need to get the time
Call
right.
it evolution. Buildings in. Evolution. Buildings.
Call it evolution. The buildings in the sky.
Evolution. Buildings in the sky. Dreams are built. Buildings in. Evolution. Buildings in the sky. Dreams are built so high.
There we go. That's perfect. Well, it's sitting perfect.
Call it evolution. Buildings in the sky. Dreams are built so high. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
And what we can do there, it's a bit cliche, but what we could do there is kind of vocode that and yeah, wait, I'll show you what I mean.
You just run it into the ground. The ground. The ground. Ground.
What we can do is, I think Nectar has a cool kind of ground. It's kind of dirty ground. What am I looking for? Voice of God, is that it? Sort of that kind of thing. With a bit of a delay.
You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
I think a small repetitive chop would fit in well in the drop, and we fall. Rise and fall.
Killings in the sky, dreams are built so high. You just run it into the ground.
Need something there.
You just run it into the ground. Into the ground. Into the ground. Into the ground.
I think a small repetitive chop would fit in well with the drop, e.g. and we fall. Which bit says out and we fall?
The institution. We love it all, the rise and fall. The institution. We crave the chance to build a wall. You call it evolution. Killings in the sky, dreams are built so high. Killings in the sky, dreams are built so high. You call it evolution. Killings in the sky, dreams are built so high. Just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
Oop, system overload. We broke it. Let's quickly save it. Just in case.
You just run it into the ground.
We need a kind of a little echo there maybe, but only slight echo.
Just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
So we need to get that to mix a little better, this bit here, but yeah, here or there, that's nothing really. Right, so I'm not really sure if I like that or not.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution.
I've got an idea actually for that. What we can do is get an Effectrix. And get this to roll off a little bit. 16. So where's the drop happen?
Into the ground.
Is that working? Yeah, so we have a bit more of a slope there.
You just run it into the ground. 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 You just just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
We can come back to that. And we'll probably make some vocal chops here like you were talking about. We can sort that out later on. I just want to get this first like build up sorted out, and once we move a drop we'll kind of maybe pitch up some vocals and octave it and kind of rap boop or whatever. So what we got so far.
Chance to build a wall. You can call it evolution. Buildings in the sky, trees are built so high, but you just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. But you just run it into the ground.
Nah, I'm not feeling that. The vocals are great, but they're not sitting right with me at the moment. This second verse here just starts too abruptly. I'm not the timing of this bit here doesn't sit right. I feel like I need to fill that gap, but I don't like how that is there.
We love it all, the rise and fall.
So I love how that starts because it's nice and calm. It starts off calm and then it kind of picks up as it goes along and fits with the track really well. So I'm liking this bit is absolutely fine for how I want it to be.
We love it all, the rise and fall. We love it all. We love it all. We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution.
I think we can probably just stretch this out a little bit more just to get the timing a bit tastier. I don't know why I said that, but yeah. Just slightly, I think I'll make it fit a bit better.
We love it all, the rise and fall. We love it all, the rise and fall. We love it all, the rise and fall. The institution. We crave the chance to build a wall. You can call it evolution. Buildings in the sky, trees are built so high. Call it evolution. Buildings in the sky, trees are built so evolution. Buildings in the sky, you call it evolution. Call it evolution.
See, the timing's right, but it still doesn't. It's still, you can tell there's a gap there, so it's kind of like.
Call it evolution.
Buildings in the sky.
Call it evolution.
Buildings in the sky. So I feel like this timing's spot on.
Call it evolution. Buildings in the sky.
What about if we just carry that on from there? Oop, didn't mean to do that. No, we can't. We've lost that now. What is that? Is that the same vocal?
Evolution. Buildings in the sky.
So it would kind of be there, wouldn't it? Straight away.
A wall. You call it evolution. Buildings in the sky.
So it does definitely sound better where I was.
You call it evolution.
Maybe just stretch out a little bit more.
You call it evolution. Buildings in the sky. Call it evolution.
mess this up now.
Buildings in the sky, dreams are built so high, but you just run it into the ground. Call it evolution. Buildings in the sky, dreams are built so high.
I feel like we do need to stretch out a little bit, but I think I did it too much there. Like that maybe. See, what you do when you're stretching out these files is you kind of degrade the quality of them. So what I always do is once I get do all this, I get everything stretched out and timed correctly, bring the original vocal back in, and then redo the stretching. Because when if you stretch and then stretch again, you're halving the well, I don't know if it's halving, but you're degrading the quality every time. Whereas if you bring the original vocal and stretch it to where you need to, you've only done it the once, 100%, and any degradation is only going to be over one level. Well, that's what I've found over the years anyway. So try not to stretch your audio too much, but if you do, always go back and try and do it just the once.
You call it evolution. Buildings in the sky, dreams are built so high, but you just run it into the ground. But you just run it into the ground.
So we've actually lost the bit there, haven't we? Is this the original vocal we had up here?
We love it.
Yeah.
To the ground. On the train. But you just run it in. In the sky, dreams are built so high, but you just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it in. You just run it into the ground. You call it evolution. Buildings in the sky, dreams are built so high, but you just run it into the ground. But you just run it into the ground.
There's audio's off here, innit? Somewhere.
You just run it into the ground. But you just run it into the ground. Ocean, buildings in the sky, dreams are built so high.
Right.
Buildings in.
So what I'm going to do is grab the original audio from up here.
In the sky, ocean, buildings in the sky, ocean, building.
Which is here.
A train to a bed, a train to ride.
So we'll get rid of that and bring that down. Where's his original starting point? And start again.
You call it evolution. Buildings in the sky, dreams are built so high, but you just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it in.
Let's just save and reopen Logic just in case that fixes the system overload. We're only running one bit of audio, so I'm wondering if it's the hard drive that can't keep up, maybe? Because we're just kind of doing the same thing over and over, but hey ho, this is music making. It looks like my OBS has crashed as well, so hopefully I'm still streaming. I haven't seen anything pop up chat wise, so I don't know if someone can just write test in the chat just to make sure it's working. Oh no, it's unfrozen again, but I've got a spinning wheel. I don't know. Ooh, how long have we been streaming for? An hour and 36 minutes? I'm not sure if that's right, because like I say, it's crashed. Might be a bit longer.
Buildings in the sky, build a wall. You call it evolution. Buildings in the sky, dreams are built so high, but you just run it into the ground.
Test. Ah, that's still working. We're alright. Yeah, I can see. I'm moving on the camera, but it's just locked up. I don't know what's up with it. OBS has been acting funny, really.
Evolution, buildings in the sky, trees are built so high. You just run it into.
Right, so let's really try and get this sounding right, because it doesn't yet. I'm going to duplicate that and bring that down onto its own channel and start from this bit.
Buildings in the sky.
Buildings in. It's still a bit too soon, or is it too late?
Buildings in the sky, trees are built so high.
Maybe it's this starting bit. If we bring that to there, does that sort the rest of it out?
Buildings in the sky, trees are built so high. You just run it into the ground.
Yeah, I think that sounds better. Now if we match that up, does that sound better?
Buildings in the sky, trees are built so high. You just run it into the ground. Yeah, you just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. Yeah, you just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. Run it into the ground. Just run it into the ground. Just run it into the ground. Just run it into the ground.
Right, so we need this to kind of have a long echo. Maybe try a 4. How does that sound?
You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. Run it into the ground. Just run it into the ground. Just run it into the ground.
Sounding good, that bit. I'm not like, it's still this bit here. I feel like that doesn't fit with the rest of the vocal, and it's pissing me off because I can't replace it with anything.
You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
Maybe if we do this a couple of times.
Run it into the ground. You just 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 run it into the ground.
Oh, come on, don't do this to me.
You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
Right, we need to get Nectar on there and get rid of those, to work on those sudden starts. So Nectar's good for gates, I feel like, but only if you use it in certain circumstances, and you have to really watch what you're doing. So what we have to do is kind of...
You just run it into...
If we adjust this threshold...
You just run it into the...
what are we doing here?
You just run... You just run...
Right, see how we need to get rid of that there, and we need it to be more of a...
You just run...
More of a...
You just run... You just run it... You just run...
So we need... a bit more of attack.
You just run... You just run it... You just run it into... You just run... You just run it into the... You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it in. You just run it in.
Down here.
You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the... You just run it in.
We need to get rid of these jaggy bits here.
You just run it into... You just run it into the ground.
Right, okay.
You just...
And then we need to edit this to have less of a thing there.
You just run it...
See, we need to... Is it more of an attack? Is that what we need?
You just run it into the ground. The ground. You just run it into the ground.
Yo, JJLQ, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining the stream.
You just run it into the...
Still not there yet, it's still a bit harsh.
You just run it into the... You just run it in.
See, that bit should be gating all the way there, shouldn't it? It should be off.
You just run it. You just run it in. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the...
Let's reset that.
You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into...
So that's how much it's going by, so we need the attack to be down. Maybe F.
You just run it into the ground.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm feeling a lot better about this track now that we've found some vocals. It fits really well. It's just a matter of timing it all right and going through the painful shit of listening to the vocals over and over again, but, you know, we're getting there. It's sounding good.
You just run it into the ground.
Well, half that release, maybe.
You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the...
That sounds a bit better, I think. what we'll probably do is copy that onto the vocals above it. Whoop. Whoop. And there. Any more vocals? That's it, I think.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance to build a wall. You can call it evolution. Buildings in the sky, dreams are built so high. You just run it into.
We need something here to get rid of that harsh edge. That second verse just starts too soon, so I'm going to try and make a kind of reverb. Who is your favourite producer? I really idolise Porter Robinson a lot because Language is one of my favourite tracks of all time. It's pretty old now, but I feel like in terms of conveying an emotion, that track is amazing. Especially to say how little vocals it has in that track. And he's a very young, talented producer. I mean, yeah, a lot of people, you know, Armin van Buuren, he's very consistent. He's very consistent in, you know, he's been at it a long time. David Guetta's very talented, although very commercial. He's commercialised his music a lot. I'm talking old David Guetta. When I first started DJing, which was, you know, 15 years ago, his stuff was very, I wouldn't say unknown, but it was very much less commercial. Porter was really the best before he started producing music for illegal key generators. Okay. The kind of arcadey do. Yeah, he's got, like I say, he's I think he's past his best, Porter Robinson, I'll say that, but at a time where around Language and, you know, Spitfire as well was very good. Totally different flip of genre, but Spitfire, there's another track he did, I can't remember the thing of, but I feel like he just doesn't care what, well, he didn't used to care what was popular at the time. He was making music for himself, and he fell for the trap of making it more commercial to try and appeal to more people, and kind of lost himself along the way, and which a lot of people do. Deadmau5 is very good. I like Deadmau5's style, not in terms of music, but how he produces. I watched a lot of his live streams when he used to produce on YouTube and whatnot. I like his style of just trying new things rather than appealing to the mass audience. He just kind of makes shit and see what sticks. Cat Thruster is one of my favourite tracks of all time, just because I've not heard a track like it. That's probably why I like it. So yeah, I pull inspiration from a lot of people, really. I look further than the music people make. I look at what's driving them, I feel. And when I feel like someone's driven to make unique music, then that kind of attracts me to that producer, if that makes sense, more than the music they're actually making. But to be honest with you, I don't listen to that much music, which is weird for a producer. Right, we need a big reverb. I kind of lost what we were doing then. Madium was great also once together with Porter. Yeah, what's the track called now? Shelter? Is it Shelter? Is that what the track they did together? That's a really good track. I've never heard of the guy, so I wouldn't be able to give you an opinion. Like I say, I don't listen to a lot of music, to be honest, anymore. I used to. When I was DJing, I used to listen to a lot of music. So I kind of have to. But now, because I work like full time and produce in my spare time, I don't have time to listen to music. Yeah, Shelter, that's where it was. That's sounding good.
Buildings in this.
Right, we're kind of just mixing here. This is more of a mixing the vocals into sound like more velvety.
You call it evolution. Buildings in the ocean, buildings in the sky, buildings in the sky, call it evolution. Buildings in the sky, dreams are built so high, but you just run it into the ocean. Buildings in the sky, dreams are built so high, but you just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
Now we found a vocal, it kind of helps us get past the kind of repetitiveness of the second build-up, because we've got a lot of vocals here to pull from. And so what we need to do is make this second build-up more epic, last a bit longer, and then that drop really hit hard, and probably bring some of that chopped vocals in that we were talking about a little earlier. Anything from future bass to house to dubstep, etc. Cool. Like, I appreciate a producer that delves into a lot of different genres, because a lot of people just kind of stick to what they're good at, and I don't feel it's a good way to grow. Like chill step, dubstep, and future house and whatnot, future bass, future house, whichever, is something I'm trying to delve into. Not because I enjoy making the music, which I do or don't, I can't really say, but it's just because I feel like it's the only way to grow is by trying to produce new stuff. I've created a lot of EDM, a lot of stuff that I feel like people want to listen to, like especially friends and family. You kind of fall into something that you want your friends to listen to, and it's like, oh, I'll listen to this because I know you're gonna like it. Try not to fall into that as much as is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create more music for myself. Like, this is just, I'm not creating this for someone to listen to, or myself to even listen to. Usually I listen to my tracks a lot in the car on the way to work and stuff like that, but with this track I haven't, and I feel like it shows a little bit more. But hey ho, I'm just talking shit.
and fall, the institution. We crave the chance to build a wall. You call it.
So I caught a little bit of that vocal chopping off there a little bit. I don't know if you caught it when you were listening to it.
We love it all, the rise and fall.
So there, that's not what we want.
We love it all, the rise and fall. We love it all. We love it all, the rise and fall. We love it all, the rise and fall. The institution, we crave the change.
Right, so those settings are a little bit better, so I'm going to copy those settings back onto the other ones that we have. And hopefully that translates well to the other vocals. Did we have it on that one? Let's just double check.
We love it all.
So what I'm thinking as well is we need to leave this gap of no vocals at this breakdown at the beginning, just to get a bit of space in the mix. And like I said earlier, I want to make the breakdowns a little longer. So what I think I'm going to do is here, leave the vocals out, double this in size, and then bring the vocals in halfway through, maybe. What are your thoughts on that, guys? What do you think? Just so we have this this bit. Do you know what I mean? There's a way to repeat section. Yeah, so what we'll do is that. So it's repeated those bits as well, which we don't want. So get rid of. Get rid of that, that and that. What's this? Right, let's see if that sounds any better.
We love it all, the rise and fall, the institution. We crave the chance to build a wall. You call it evolution. Buildings in the sky, trees are built so high, but you just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
So it still needs to work now because we're kind of out of sync with the time signature, because we've got like 3 blocks, if you will, there instead of 4, and you need to really be 4 to keep it in time. So we're going to have to work on that a little bit, which is going to be the next thing.
You just run it into the ground.
That last ground section is crap. Which bit? Do you mean where they drop it?
Just run it into the ground. Buildings in the sky, trees are built so high. But you just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
Maybe if you mute that second bit. So keep this bit for the drop.
Just run it into the ground.
You mean this bit here? Yeah, I'm really struggling with that part. I don't know what to do with that part. I think I'm just going to come back to it at some point, but I don't want to spend too much time, or else we'll end up fucking the vocals up. But yeah, I was saying before that there's this gap here that I need to fill, and I'm not sure what to put there. I agree, it doesn't sound the best.
You just run it into the ground.
Just sounds as if there is some vocal missing. Yeah, it's because there is. There's this bit of vocal which I don't know. Do you think that sounds better, that bit?
You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground. You just run it into the ground.
Do you think that sounds better? Maybe just fill there instead of vocals. What do you mean, like a kind of snare fill up? Beth, I'm streaming.
You just run it into the ground. You just run it.
Right, sounds like the troops are back anyway, so I'm going to call it a day for now, guys. We'll come back and sort this out another time. MIDI region, I'm not sure why that's there. Yeah, we'll come back and sort this out another day. Yeah, like a snare fill up or something. Yeah, I'm sure we can sort something out. It's just I don't want to spend too much time on that specific part. We'll come back to it next time I'm streaming or whatever. But we made some really good progress today, so that's good. Like I said, I'm going to call it a day there, guys. So thank you very much for watching and keeping me sane in the chat. It's always appreciated. If you're not following already, don't forget to follow me. Like the video on YouTube. You know, it helps me get out there to more people or whatever and grow. And I hope to see you in the next stream. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Ciao. And my OBS is crashed, so I can't even end the stream.